Hey, good evening, everybody. We're back. We got 3 in a day. We had Summer this morning. We just had a heartbreaking show with Nikki's grandma Tally. She's absolutely amazing. And now we have more to cover today on Lily. They're doing a news conference at 6:30 Central Time. I'm in Eastern Time, so I got really confused on how to schedule the show. Nobody ever said I was good with simple math. I'm going to close that. Getting myself situated. Like I said, we're still on the road. So I'm going to say hi to Shannon, Georgia Peach, and tell you all of you guys hi. Hang on. Hi, Shan. What's up, girlfriend?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Busy day. Busy day. What are you doing this
Busy.
evening?
Sending my husband off to Atlanta to pick up his friend from the airport.
Oh
And
God, that's a mess there.
yeah, I'm glad I don't have to go. So I've got a clean night here. The kids are fed, they're good, and it's just been an up and down emotional day, especially with Tally Adams. That was pretty heartbreaking. Just I'm a visual
Heartbreaking.
person, so I visualized as she was telling the story as it happened, and it just I know everybody in chat was too. That was a lot.
And this case is a lot to
Oh,
visualize too. It has really, really bothered me. I mean, all the cases do. Don't get me wrong. Just thinking about my children growing up
mhm.
and how they would go ride their bikes with their friends. We lived across from another neighborhood that had a cul-de-sac, and I mean, there was just tons of kids.
Yeah,
There was a field kind of catty corner from us where we lived, and they were over there playing, frisbee and football and baseball and whatever. Never in our little community, never crossed my mind that there could be some random sicko out there that would grab my children.
yeah, same
Honestly,
here.
never did. And I this family, I feel terrible for them. Someone to say hi to everybody real quick. Hello, Misty. Hello, Uli. Hello, real Amanda. Is it the real Amanda or one of your trolls pretending to be you? I think we need a password for you. Preschool Granny. Hello, Lone Wolf. There's our friend Aggie. Hi, Sonia. Mama Bear. Teddy. There's Outlaw. Jay Butter. Connie. Chihuahua Dawson. Well, hello from Sydney, Australia. Hello. Chris Melcher. Hello. Hi, Tammy. I have not checked my email, hun. I'm sorry. As soon as I get off of here, I promise I will. Pitbull. Hello. Hi, Pat. Hi, Katrina. Court K. Anna. Sandra. Sandra said remove several boxes from the aunt's house today. I heard about another address they went to today. This is going to be they're working hard on this. I see Steve Beasley, I see Melanie. Where you been, Steve? Jimmy Hoffa. Why are they checking the aunt's house so much? She wasn't involved in any way, right? I don't. Maybe they're looking for clothing. I have no idea. I have a feeling it's going to unfold pretty fast. Pretty fast. The news is getting ready to start. So hang on 1 second. It'll say live streaming. Let me look at the Facebook page. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's getting ready to start. Play. Make sure that's all the way up. All right. It says it's live. Can you guys all see it? Can you see Shan?
Yep, I can see.
Hey, Navalis, I saw you in the last chat too. How you doing, my friend? He said police forensic teams in Ant's house right now. Oh, wow. Crime time
That's not
sensing.
good.
Okay, here's the chief.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. I'm Matthew Kelm. I am the police chief for the Chippewa Falls Police Department, and I'm providing an update on the homicide investigation. First and most importantly, Earlier this evening, we arrested a juvenile suspect in this case. The suspect was not a stranger. The suspect was known to the victim. We do not believe there is any danger to the community at this time. While nothing will bring Lily Peters back or change what happened, we are very grateful to be able to deliver this news for the family and for the community. Driving through town and through our communities, we can see the purple ribbons, and honestly, I would expect nothing less from the Chippewa Falls community, Chippewa Valley, and our surrounding communities. A tremendous amount of work has gone into this investigation by a large team of investigators, including those at the federal, state, county, and local level. Law enforcement has been working on this case 24 hours a day since this call came in less than 48 hours ago. First of all, I want to thank the community for the over 200 tips that we have received. These tips were critical to solving this case. Our security team has and will continue to hold the crime scene, which is the wooded area around the footpath between the north end of Grove Street and the Linacoo Brewery parking lot. This is important to the integrity of the investigation, and we would ask that you continue to avoid this area. The Wisconsin Department of Justice Crime Lab processed the crime scene last night. At that time, the body of Lily Peters was removed by the coroner's office. A forensic autopsy is being conducted. Investigators executed a search warrant at 422 North Grove Street. Evidence was collected and additional interviews were conducted. That is all the new information I have at this time. There is still much work to be done. Please contact the tip line if you have information you think we should know. The number is 1-800-263-5906. Again, 1-800-263-5906. The line will remain up until noon tomorrow. After that time, you can contact the police department's non-emergency number. Our thoughts continue to be with the family through this terrible time. We would ask everyone to keep them in your thoughts while respecting their privacy as they grieve. This is still an active investigation. I wanted to note some of the agencies that were involved in this. We had over 70 officers working this case just today. Close to 20 agencies, including the Department of Justice, DCI, FBI, Wisconsin Crime Lab, Eau Claire Police Department, Menominee Police Department, Altoona Police Department, Lake Cali Police Department, Cornell Police Department, Ladysmith Police Department, Eau Claire County, Dunn County, Russ County, Chippewa County, Wisconsin State Patrol, Wisconsin DNR, Wisconsin County Emergency Management, and Wisconsin County Victim Services, as well as support we've had from our community throughout this whole time. The outpouring support for our first responders throughout this entire investigation and through this incident has been nothing short of amazing. So at this time, as I said, it is an active investigation, but I can take a few questions.
Suspect related to Lily?
I can't provide any more information than I already have on the juvenile offender.
Are you able to say age and gender of the suspect?
No.
Whose house was this? You mean the 422 North Grove? Is that where you may be arrested, did you know? What was the 422 North Grove?
That's where the search warrant is.
Oh,
Any more information you can share on the cause of death?
Not at this time.
So where was the suspect arrested?
I don't have that information that I can put out at this time. He's been taken into custody.
What was the search warrant for?
Information related to the case.
And where is the suspect now? Is he in the jail? Is there a place for this suspect?
I'm not sure where the suspect is right now, but he is in custody.
What charges are you going to ask Wade to file on this?
I don't have that information.
I only ask without knowing his age. We don't know if this would be a first degree murder or if there's, depending on the age. But
Can you talk about the limitations when it comes to a juvenile suspect?
Yeah, I can't speak to that. I'd have to defer that to the district attorney's office.
Have anyone from you or anyone spoken with Wade at this point? Has he been brought in on this at this point?
The district attorney's office has been part of this the whole time.
Has the family been notified of this arrest?
The family is aware, yes.
Was the suspect found in the city limits?
Found in the city limits.
Why?
The suspect was arrested in this. I'll take one more question.
Is there any reason to believe anyone else is involved, or do you feel like you're confident that it was a single person?
I'm confident that that there's no further danger to the community at this time.
Was the arrest made after 422 or that was?
That's the last one.
Thank you, Matt.
Okay, wow. So this is huge. We were actually talking today in Discord about this. We said, imagine if it's another kid, a kid she knows, maybe someone older in school. It being a juvenile, we don't know the age. There's a big difference between an 11-year-old and a 16-year-old. They were at the aunt's house. Does she have a cousin? Does anyone know? And he said she knows the suspect. Does anybody know? Navalis is in here, and I know he's really been heavily following this. This is insane.
I'm at a loss. I'm speechless.
I am too.
You can tell when he first came out, it's like he had to take a breath and then hold it together to speak. And I thought, oh boy, here we go.
I'm dying to know the age because that's going to be a big difference. Because they were asking specific charges, the reporters, what you could hear. They were like, is it going to be first-degree murder? I mean, they're asking all this stuff, and he wouldn't answer anything because are they going to be able? Yeah, the suspect is a minor. It's a juvenile. That's what the chief said when he came out. They have someone in custody. It's a juvenile. But we don't know if the juvenile is 10 years old, her age, or 16 or 17. Because there's a big difference as far as the state charging as an adult. Look at that kid in the Finger Lakes, New York. This was back, I think, oh my gosh, back in the 80s. Eric Smith, that killed little Derek Roby. He's out now. They couldn't charge him as an adult because of his age. Okay, Savage said she's going to say under 16. We were just talking about that this morning in Discord. You know, it's what if it winds up being a kid? Okay, Navla said there's a cousin that lived in that house, all right. Rumors are she may have been killed in the house, and that's why the forensics teams is there, and he took her out. Oh.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because that address that they said they had been searching, that's the aunt's house. Okay, court case that I was listening to the scanner on another channel last night, and if I'm correct, I believe they're a 13 or 14-year-old at the aunt's home. Yep, Jay Butter, you did. You told me last night. You did. This is crazy. I'm going to put the link up real quick if anybody wants to grab it and come up and take the words out of my mouth because I'm speechless. Even though we've been talking about it, it's just always a jaw dropper when you hear a child is capable of this.
Right.
Did an adult help cover this up? I have a lot of questions. I know I'm throwing out some speculation here, but this is going to get crazier and crazier.
That's what I was thinking. You know, did they help cover this up? Because it was hypothetically, let's say it was the cousin, the aunt, whatever. I mean, that's family. What do you do? Oh gosh.
And let me tell you what, the mom and dad, they have been taking a grilling on social media. Everybody was a perfect parent today when they were talking about them. I heard one lady even say that when she goes to shower, she takes a baby monitor with her to make sure that nothing happens to her 8-year-old.
Well,
And I'm
good
like,
for her.
no, you don't. No, you don't. It's kind of one of those. It's like it's beyond scroll and roll. You're just like, I'm out. I'm good.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, and Aaron's right. The police chief did say he, and that she knows this. She knows this suspect. Hang on, Steve's gonna come up real quick. Hey, Steve, what's going on, my friend? Long time no see.
I know. It's been a while.
Yeah, work keeping you busy?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
What do you think about this? I mean, it is heartbreaking.
Absolutely. Any of these situations where a child is harmed is really heartbreaking.
It's too much.
And like I said, I've been working a lot. I've been trying to follow up. I don't get to be on the lives a lot now, but I have to do what I have to do for my family. So,
Yep.
I
Your family comes first. And I'm so glad you brought that up because I've seen some really disturbing, not in this community, I can't say that, but like in some other places where people are like, is it just me? Or, is anybody else like this that you can't think about anything else but this case? And I'm like, oh, that's a bad sign. So no, I appreciate you saying that. Go ahead.
yeah, but I try to catch up as much as I can. And I don't know a whole lot about this case until it came out today when I saw what you had posted on Facebook and my notifications for YouTube when y'all were going live this evening with it. I haven't heard a lot about it, but it's another case where this should not happen.
No, should not. And in a case like this, even though everyone's coming out of the woodwork going, oh, you should never let your child ride their bike unless you're right with them and stuff like that. Sounds like this doesn't matter. It's probably someone in the family.
Well, that's really hard for me to understand because when I was a kid, I rode my bike everywhere. I didn't have to worry about that.
No, I didn't either. And I mean, at the beginning of the show, I was telling Shannon, I said, it's really had me freaked out, thinking about my own children, which are grown now. They had free reign to run to the neighbor's house or ride their bike up and down the driveway or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I did too as a kid. I ran around the neighborhood in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I stayed in the woods when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I stay in the woods now every chance I get because I'm just an old country boy.
I live in the woods, so I get it.
Yeah,
and I even said to Shannon, I go, it never crossed my mind that just some random stranger, because, we're in a very safe, small little lakeside community. Didn't even think about it. And I said, no, you think, it's kind of the same thing there. Very, nice, small community. So it wasn't a random stranger at all. Somebody she knew, and it's somebody in the family, and it turns out to be another kid.
Mm. That reminds me of that case where the two young girls I don't remember the names, took the one girl in the woods and stabbed her, but she came out alive.
I remember that.
Yeah, they were all kids.
I remember that.
And you're like, what? Why? And the one with the Slender Man, and you're just like, what?
Well, I honestly say that is definitely incorporated with the internet and kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I have 5 kids. My oldest son, he's technically my stepson, but I've had him since he was 9 years old. So he's my son.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's my family. And just recently, one of his cousins was arrested for various charges for, molesting his little sister.
Oh no.
Now, my only issue with that is with all of his charges, and this guy's like 30 years old. Now, with all of his charges, he was facing over 100 years. But due to the court system here in Virginia, he's only got to pull 14.
Wow.
That's a joke. And
Yeah,
he
that
went as far. I hope I'm not breaking any rules for YouTube or your channel, but
Not at
he
all.
went as far as saying out loud that this 7-year-old was begging for it, and he had a couple of beers, so he gave her what she wanted.
Ugh.
that's sick.
Mm-mm-mm.
I know.
I'm sorry, Steve. I'm
I
going to give a
am.
Now,
recap real quick because we got some people got in here a little late. So the chief of police, it was a really quick. Call me. It was a pretty fast news conference. There is someone in custody. It is a juvenile. We believe it's someone that she knows. So he said the public is not in danger. And kind of speculating here, we're putting our heads together that it's the cousin because they've been at the aunt's house.
yeah, makes sense.
So, Steve, let me ask you, like I said, we're just speculating here. We're discussing, going through some theories and stuff. Do you think anybody could have helped? I know this is early, helped the juvenile move her, or do you think this happened way away from the house?
I don't know. I know that in the county that I used to live in here in Virginia, there was a case that a young lady was murdered and raped. She was a high school student. She was on the cheerleading team. And her cousin is the one that did it. And he actually went as far as posting on Facebook the actual area where they found her body. And he was bragging about what he had done. And he did it. He did it all by himself. So I don't know. I would honestly think that depending on the age of the juvenile would be my thought as to whether he would need help to move her.
No, you're right. And there's a lot of cases that we put that stuff out of our head. Where, I mean, juveniles, they're capable. I'm just very curious as to the age. I heard that she does have a 13, 14-year-old cousin. It is scary. And you know what's really scary? Well, besides the obvious here, like I said, these parents have been harassed like you wouldn't believe since the press conference yesterday afternoon.
I don't think
Well,
that's fair to jump to conclusions right away and blame the parents until you know more information.
Especially when the chief of police was saying the public's in danger. If the parents
Mhm.
did it, the public wouldn't be in danger now, would they? Because they know who did it.
Exactly.
well, I mean, it's pretty simple. If it's your child that something horrible has happened to, no one has the right to come at you and throw any kind of shade on you or try to accuse you of anything. That is uncalled for.
Nope, I totally understand if the police come out and say everyone's a suspect, if you hear something like that.
Just like in Summer Wells, everybody's still a suspect.
Hmm.
In this case, they have arrested a suspect.
They didn't take them long either.
Yeah,
That's also the
exactly.
difference between bullshit and credible tips.
Exactly.
I agree 100% because this situation is eons different than other cases. Okay, these people, they said, okay, we got a call saying there's a child missing. They got on it. They did what they needed to do, and it didn't take them long at all to. I don't know if they've solved it. I know they have somebody in custody, but now they have to build their case to make that stick.
He made that clear. He said it's still an ongoing investigation. They have a suspect in custody. There could be other people involved. They're going to have a lot of stuff they have to go through to build a case, and also the age of the suspect. There's a big difference between an 11-year-old and a 15-year-old. They're not going to be able to charge, and I don't think you guys from Wisconsin in here, let me know, an 11-year-old as an adult if it's someone that young.
I don't think that would happen.
Not 11 years old. And also the chief, when they asked where he's at, he wasn't quite sure exactly. I think they're trying to ask, is he in juvenile hall or do you have him in county with the adults?
Well, my issue with what the sheriff was saying is it always seems to me that their go-to answer is, I don't have that information.
Right.
And that bothers me because just by saying that, if you know people in general, if they tell you they don't have that information, they have that information. They're just not
it
gonna.
bothers me because I'm nosy, but we know the real story. The real story is he has the information, but they have to save everything for trial.
Correct. And I don't disagree with that. I really don't.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
no.
Steve is all frozen and now it says he's disconnected.
Oh,
So I'm
no.
going to play while he's getting reconnected. I'm going to play. This is, again, part of the dispatch. I think I can see him now. Hang on. Hey, Steve, you froze up on me.
I don't know what. There I am.
There you are. Now you're back.
Look at that. Look at that ugly mug.
Might be because
Good
you went
Lord.
outside.
No.
I think I did. I had to go outside and smoke a cigarette. I don't smoke.
Oh,
don't know.
no.
I can see him back there. All right, so let's look at this that Plunder put up. It's the part of the 911 audio, and it's a trigger warning, guys. I'm just gonna let you know right now. It could be on my end because this is really slow sharing the screen. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, I can. Do you want me to go out so Steve can come in?
No, I think it's okay.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind.
It's probably on my end because, like I said, this 911 thing isn't going to play, it seems like. Like the screen won't even pop up. I'm in a bad area.
You're still traveling, so we get it.
Yeah, I'm losing Shannon too. All right,
Oh,
guys,
no.
I apologize, but I can't do anything about the service where I'm at because, we're traveling around for a couple weeks. I'll be back home on Friday. Things will be back to normal. When I'm in a better spot tomorrow, we're going to continue this conversation. We're going to go over what the police chief said again. And I hope everyone has a great night. This is insane information. I cannot believe this. There is a suspect in custody. It is a juvenile. And she knew the juvenile. Oh, it looks like it's coming up now. Maybe I can get it now. Because now it seems like chat's coming up. Let's see. Are you there, Steve?
Hey, yes, ma'am, I am.
All right, now maybe I'm in a better area. Let me try it again. All right, hang on. Let's see if I can get the screen to share again. Thank you. Crime time. She said, in her opinion, no one else is involved. All right, this is going to freeze up again. We're going to continue this tomorrow, guys. I'll get the lives posted for tomorrow. We're going to have 2 tomorrow. I apologize. Like I said, the signal here is really, really bad. I hope everybody accepts my apology. Nothing I can do about it. But like I said, things will be back to normal in a few days. I'll be back home and I'll be bothering you. So anyway, thanks again for being here. I'm going to keep
Absolutely,
updating this on the Facebook page and in Discord.